Welcome in, everyone. HyperRandom first match of the elimination stage. We've got Andy versus Villese, random civs, and of course the HyperRandom map. So all the resources here are random. Looks like they start with a Raider, which has 45 HP and no attacking stats whatsoever. So he's going to use that to push. Only 64 food on these Ibex. 357 and 465 on the boars. So quite a bit of food there. Not a lot of food on the geese either. And quite a bit on the berry bushes. 2.4k food on these berry bushes. It's kind of a land-based map here. Starting this one off. And Villese playing as the Magyars, Andy playing as the Khmer. I mean, both with really good civs, right? Really, really nice civs for both. Let's take a look at the gold mines. Looks like there's plenty of gold hanging out. And we've got some more berries back here. We got some camels with food on them. We even got some fish. Just a little bit of fish at the back. Roja, thank you for the 12 months, man. Jabron Lames, thank you for the 35. Gags, thank you for the 22, brother. Welcome back, boys. And there's some fish over here, too. But I think it's going to be pretty tough for them to get out there. There's also extra boars as well. So, like, you could fast castle here. The problem with fast castling is that it's still fairly open at the middle. So, like, getting the walls up might be an issue. But easily for Andy, if he were to wall like this, and then like this, he'd have the Ibex in the back. He'd have the berries. He'd have some gold, right? Be fairly easy to lock it down. Villese a little bit tougher because he doesn't have the corner. It's kind of far away, so he'd have to go for multiple segments of wall. Fish boom with Khmer, but why? I mean, a fish boom always helps, right? It's like you have two TCs if you have a TC and a dock. Even if you have Khmer, it's always nice. I don't think they're going to do it. Neither player has even scouted the pawns at all. As I say that, Andy's coming over here. He might find the boars, which could be great. Oh, he does. Oh, that's amazing. If you see two boars out here, even if they're 291, just send a Vill. Just grab them. That'd be fantastic. This guy, I don't think he can attack because he doesn't have any attacking stats. So I'm not sure he can lure the boars, but he can help block. Andy's found the water. I'm not certain he'll dock this because he won't see any fish here. He'll see the shore fish. And Villese is actually finding it at the same time. And they're both probably thinking like, is that worth it? Why can we still see this? That's weird. We shouldn't be able to see that. Like, Andy can't see this. So, why could we see that? Capture age bug? Alright, let's... It is a capture age bug. Okay. That's weird, though. And Andy has actually come out here, and Andy is going to dock. And I think Villese will assume that Andy is docked here because he lost the turkey. Still, if Andy even walls up like here and here, easy fish boom at the back. Even with Khmer. 342 food there. Then we have 247 here. Then we have another 342 here. So it's actually an okay pond. If you think about it, like normal shorefish have what? Normal shorefish have 200. As Andy brings back the boars. So this is like having 2 of these is like having 3.5 or whatever. 3.5 normal fish in a pond, which is fantastic. Plus you have this one. You'd be more than pleased with that if you were on BF with those numbers. What is this unit? It's just their random starting scout. It's called a Raider. It doesn't have any attack. It's like a militia. It's actually, you know what? It's a Genitor, old Genitor unit. So back in AoE2 before the Berbers came along. There was a unit that looked like this that shot out a skirmisher javelin when it swung its club. And it had a minimum range. And it had a cav archer picture. And it was called a Genitor. And it was in the scenario editor for whatever reason. This has the same hitbox as that, although it doesn't have the same speed. OG Genitor confused me as a kid. I think it confused everybody. Anyway, Villese is now in Feudal Age, and Villese goes for the stable. So he's going to be going for scouts, unsurprisingly, with the Magyars. Still no wall over here, so Villese could dock here and contest. I don't think he wants to. But he might scout this at some point. Andy's got a little bit of an eco lead because he brought in the 2 extra Boris, because he's got the dock here, and because of the Khmer farms that'll start up once he starts placing them. Could be really, really solid. But I don't think he's going to have enough to go just fast castle. He doesn't have any gold right now, right? So he can't click up when he gets to Feudal Age. So Villese doesn't have to worry about that, at least immediately, although Andy is going there with 6 villagers. So he's definitely considering it. Maybe he just remembered that he needs gold to click up. 6 villagers is a lot. Villese needs to do damage. Unfortunately for him, Andy's already fully walled. Hello, Loki. How's it going, dude? Andy's in the Feudal Age now. Villese looking for a way in. Remember, guys, Villese won the last Masters of HyperRandom. He sent a villager this way. I wonder if he wants to dock. Or if he's just trying to find a hole. He might be trying to find a hole. He won in a best of 9 against Tato. He won 5-4 in the grand final. And that was a really, really good grand final. So he's kind of defending his title here. Andy, definitely trying to click up to Castle H. So many villagers on the berries. And I mean, why not if they have 300 food on them? It's more than double a normal berry bush. Normal berry bush is 125. Castle Age is on the way. Scouts are knocking at the door. And there should be a fairly easy wall up here for Andy. It's curious to me that, like, Villese tries to go through the wall segment that's in front of the tree. Like, I guess it doesn't make a difference. Because it's going to take 2 walls anyway to build behind this. But that is curious. Raider can hit? I guess it can. I guess it's going to do 1 damage. Even though it doesn't have any attack stats. Fishing traps already being set up from Andy. Resources collected. Actually not that far ahead for Andy. But still. Villese is wide open. He's trying to get the walls down now because I think he suspects that Andy is going up to Castle Age soon. And he still hasn't found any of this stuff. So he doesn't know about the dock. No, it didn't get the free. It doesn't benefit from forging tree. I don't think so. I think it's just like if a unit can attack, if it has the function to attack, even if it has 0, it's gonna default do 1 damage, right? Because that's just the way Age of Empires works. You can see it's being very annoying. And needs to run away. Meanwhile, scouts haven't gotten in. Andy is remarkably unperturbed by this. Just go for another TC. Add a stable, maybe a knight, right? You still got the fish over here putting in work. You can start adding in some of those Khmer farms, or maybe go back to the berries. There's still a lot of food available here. And start getting a villager advantage with your double TC. Villese is on the way up, and he's not that far behind in res collected right now. As long as he keeps himself safe from this knight, he should be fine, and he does see the knight. So a house right here could be clutch. He gets it. Perfect. I kind of hate that TC. What do you hate about this TC? It's a perfectly acceptable TC, bro. There's a gold right here. There's a berry bush right here. Like, this TC is good, dude. Can't Andy just go around? Yeah, but it's going to take time. Villese's got 2 villagers building here. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, he can still go around. He can still go around, and Villese doesn't know about the pond. And Andy just backs up with the knight anyway. Villese still exploring with the scouts. And, yeah, sacrifices this villager. He thought about going back through the gate, but at this point, not worth it. And even finds the siege workshop. Andy's already got this guy walled in. Villese is going to try and get in here, and Andy needs to make sure that that continues to be walled. Because there is a leopard waiting to get at him, along with the scouts. Andy's siege workshop is now up. It's a scorpion coming out from him. 38 villagers for Andy, 33 for Villese at the moment. As Villese added the second stable, and he's going to add the monastery too. So it's going to be knights versus knights. Monastery basically up at the same time from both of them. But the scorpions being here are going to be really annoying for Villese. And remember, Andy's got the better eco. So Andy's just got a better setup in general. Uh-oh. Knights are in. Knights are in. Monk is only at 35%. That's at least a dead villager. It might be 3, honestly. He gets another one, and he gets another one, too. Dang. Resources collected, starting to climb. This is Villese's gold up here, plus his stone. He's got another one back here where he's putting the TC. But he's got some work to do, man. Got a long way to go. I'm wondering why this villager is flashing on the map. This guy. I guess he's still targeted by like a snow leopard somewhere. I have no idea. GG now? Depends. Depends. Like, Andy could take some bad fights. He could get greedy. But he's definitely in a winning position for sure. Villager sending some kind of signal to Mars. Yep. This is what Villese wants. This is exactly what Villese wants. And he isn't paying attention. He's paying attention up here. He's trying to win this fight. And meanwhile, at home, things are dying, man. Villese just kills 7 villagers with this raid. Make it 8. Make it 9, maybe? That was 4 knights in there doing a ton of work. Still a hefty eco lead for Andy, but that was really good job from Villese to distract him here and then go for that raid right there. And he's not going to be very happy with that one at all. Not at all, as he's going to lose the scorpion too. So Villese's bought himself some time. How did the knights get in? They broke the wall. They killed the wall. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, man. He still doesn't know. Villese still doesn't know about that. Yeah, these knights are +2 attack, right? So they're 12, basically 12 damage knights. Knights are coming in again. Andy trying to defend. Still no fletching on the TC, but there's no armor on the knights either. He's got bloodlines, that's it. And more knights coming in. Man, if Villese had the armor, he could chill under this TC a little bit. He's still looking for a way in, and I like the fact that he's picking away at multiple angles. Also adding a 3rd TC. Like, he's done a really, really nice job. Look, he's got this stuff locked down for the time being. He's got Andy distracted. His knight number is growing, and he's got the superior upgrades too. Are we going to the lab later? I think so, because I don't think there's many other tournament sets going on. There is a Master of HyperRandom game tomorrow at 9 in the morning, which I will endeavor to cast if I'm feeling okay. But until that point, there's nothing else going on, really. So we might go back to the lab. Oh, good raids, man. Villese is doing such a good job, and you can really tell, like, Andy kind of took his foot off the gas, right? He went for the eco, then he goes for this, and he adds the third TC. Once you add the third TC, you can no longer do both at the same time. If you only have 2 TCs, you can siege push, make knights, and make vills kind of at the same time, especially with the fish. But as soon as you go for this third TC, it's just too much. Yo, Habish, thank you for the 10 gifted, bro. Thank you so much, man. I think they're getting better by the minute. Like, obviously, Andy has a superior eco still. But Villese is in the comfort zone. He's got 3 TCs. He's got the night numbers. And he's kind of locked down this area, too. And he's about to discover this pond over here as well. Habish, thank you so much. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that. You even got my wife is repulsive. There. Wow. I hope she never finds your Twitch account, brother. Andy's trying to go for a 4th TC. He does have a couple monks. Okay, this is getting a little bit concerning now for Villese. Devotion's on the way. Lightcav is on the way. And Lightcav is going to kick at the perfect time to kill both of these monks. He gets it. Does he get this one? Still no conversion there for Andy because of the devotion. And that's a nice little trade-off there from Villese. At the same time, he's looking for more villager kills. It's amazing. You know, he's killed 13 villagers. And he's still, like, more than 10 behind. Because Andy got up to Castle Age so much faster. Also, converting fishing ships. Exactly what we like to see. Now take the traps, dude. Or just delete. Take the traps and delete them. Which civ do you favor late game? I think if resources are unlimited, probably Khmer. But in a standard pro game, late game, I would say Magyars are just one of the best civs you can have, right? Oh, Cold Jordan, thank you for the 20 months.
For my favorite streamer, Dave.
Lots of monks here for Andy. Lots of monks here. The knights are in, though. This is over and over again, bro. Andy is just distracted at the front side, attacking Villese, and what happens? Villagers are dying. He still doesn't know what's going on in the woodline. Villager count is getting closer. It's within 10. Andy's thinking about a castle. Villese is also thinking about a castle. He's still got gold back here, but I don't believe he does see it now. Okay. He knows. So Villese has some resources available if he wants to fall back. Knights have been walled in now. Andy garrisoned the house, ungarrisoned, trapped the knights in. That's a nice job from him. Villese also needs, you know, wheelbarrow would be big here. Heavy plow would be great, right? Second wood upgrade would be great. Needs a few of his upgrades to come in. Resources collected still ahead for Andy. And the monks are a little dangerous. That's a lot of monks. Good game so far, though. Really good game one. Really, really good game one. Devotion was an insane tech for Villese. He targets all 4 knights. Does he get any of them? He gets 1, 2, 3, 4. He got all 4. He got all 4 knights, and Andy needs to retreat. One of the monks is still alive. I did not think he was going to get 4 there. I thought he was going to get like 2, but here comes the castle from Andy, and it's a defensive castle from Villese. The monks are still pushing in. The TC can target the monks now. The knights are coming over here from Andy. to try and stop this castle, or at least delay it until his is up. Looks like both of them are going to go up at the same time, but Villese is going to be the one losing villagers this time. Imperial Age also on the way for Andy. Imp is nowhere close right now for Villese. He's just going to have to keep queuing up knights. Hope he gets some good raids back here, which he's getting with the light cav, and hope he can keep himself alive. That was sick, dude. Really sick conversions, but clearly Andy wanted to distract Villese, which he did. Put the castle down in a good position, and then get up to Imperial Age. I think if Villese just keeps adding knights here, I think Andy might have a problem, right? Because if you're facing 30 knights or whatever, even if he's in Castle Age, how on earth are you going to manage to get the Trebs there until Hald comes out? How are you going to keep them safe? And how are you going to keep your own eco safe? So, Villese continuing to spam knights is probably the best thing he can do in this situation. I don't think going Imp does a lot for him. I think he dies if he goes Imp, because then he has no way to stop the Trebs. Also, this is the MTC. Don't think there's a way for him to take that down, but it would be cool if he did. Knight's still working away. A few Bliss Elephants here for Andy. Knights coming in here. These raids are going to be annoying. Still only 83 villagers for Villese. So we see the conversions try and come out against the Bliss Elephants. Only 15 knights for Villese as well. Like, it needs more knights, man. The lack of wheelbarrow, the lack of heavy plow, the lack of the second wood upgrade really hurting his eco. Whiff a lot. Thank you for the 6 months. Castle Age Trebs? No, dude. That would not be a cool upgrade. Oh my god, the monk somehow got that. I don't know what this castle was attacking. The monk went under the castle and got that conversion. That's a homie right there. Light Cav coming in. Gonna kill another monk. Castle forward from... Who is this man? This is not the Villese that we know. This is like Giga Villese. He's sending the castle forward. He's got a castle on his face. He's still killing villagers here. Down to 93 now for Andy. And the knight should be able to kill the Treb if he realizes. He doesn't realize yet. He's not paying attention. He's looking over here. He pulls the light cav away. Still got some knights over here if he wants to snipe this Treb. Could be doable. I think that's a tower for Andy. It is. And also petards for Villese, along with a ram over there. As the castle goes up, that's going to be within a range of 2 TCs, and Andy's like, oh my god. Andy's starting to realize that things might be bad if this castle goes up. He's going to try and stall it out with some knights, but there's a monk there from Villese. What a great first game. Yo, fantastic game so far. And with this castle here, how on earth is Andy going to take out these rams? I don't think he can. Right? These villagers are going to die. Even without... Oh, man. Oh, just stop coming to this farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Brother, delete the farm. I'm wondering why his villager count isn't climbing. This is the reason. It's the farm. GG called by Andy. Dude. Villese showing us why he's the champ, bro. Why he's the champ. That was a crazy comeback. Insane game. What an amazing castle. And to go for the ram push at the same time, to realize that with your castle sitting here, there's absolutely no way that Andy can take out your rams. Andy definitely got a little bit complacent there. 21 eco kills by this castle. It's not just that farm over there. It's this farm over here. It was this farm as well. Great first game from Villese. Really, really solid. That's why we love Masters of HyperRandom. Absolutely why we love that. And it wasn't like an unfair Civ matchup or anything. You can't call that a Civ win at all. Andy had a beautiful position, and instead of focusing on, you know, military or focusing just on eco, he tried to kind of do both at the same time, and got punished for it. Yeah, I think Andy is going to be thinking he should have won that one too, but I mean, that's why you don't look down on the champ, dude. That's why you don't look down on the champ. I think Villese, obviously there's some macro issues, which we don't usually say with him, right? Like he was missing eco upgrades or whatever. But the decision to stay in Castle H, and then the decision to go for the forward castle and plan a Castle H ram push back on that forward castle from Andy was beautiful. Also, like the distractions, it was constantly raiding, right? All right, well, no delay here. We go into game number 2. Already off to a fantastic start this set. And we have ourselves version with water, and we've got Vikings for Villese, so not the worst thing in the world. Actually starting with a caravel.
Too many cuties in chat alert.
Good luck docking here, folks. Good luck docking here, boys. Andy already working away on the yurt from Villese so he can house him early. Villese can range the yurt from Andy, but he doesn't realize because he didn't see. Looks like we got a lot of fish. A lot of fish in this middle area. So, winning this caravel battle is essential. Because until the caravel is gone, I don't think you dock at all. I don't think you can dock. Remember, they can repair these. Even if, like, you win the caravel battle and you have 1 HP left on your caravel, then you get the whole water for yourself. Lake seems sus. The lake looks like the Buffalo Bills logo. Humble Jelly, thank you for the 50 months. Lake is a buffalo for sure. What Pokemon is the lake? A Tauros. All right, so other resources here. Looks like the berry bushes are a lie. They only have 49 food on them. So if you go out and mill this, you're getting 294 food. Not great. The boars have quite a bit of food, so the boars are fine. They start with an Iroquois warrior. Yo, this guy fucks, though. This guy looks dope, dude. Look at this dude. Look at him. Oh, my God. Yo. Look at how cool this guy looks. He's got double hatchet, blindfold, feathers, shirtless. Yo. And Andy's actually going for a dock. So Andy's going to play this. Like, I know you have a caravel. I know I can lose my fishing ships to it. Come fight me, bro. He's going to have to be so defensive with this caravel here. Looks like Villese is going to add a dock too. Malians versus Vikings are both good water civs. Vikings kind of have to wait till Castle Age to be really great once they get the longboats. Imagine losing to a canoe in this tournament. I just can't believe, like, Tristan has cast so many games, and the fact that he didn't know about the canoe, the fact he didn't know about the fences was wild to me. How often does HyperRandom have water, do you think? Probably like 50% of the time. Well, it depends. Like, major water, probably like 20%. But having a pond or something, probably like 50%. Will, thank you for the 34. This is not good for Andy.
Expect that my 34th month would be
lost a lot of HP with this guy.
But I'm not unhappy about it.
Dude, I like the orange Iroquois warrior so much better than the blue one. He looks so much cooler. Look at him. Oh my god, dude. You know what this guy reminds me of? Remember the hitchhiker, the viral video of the hitchhiker, like, surfer dude? who attacked the guy with the hatchet to save a woman or something. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? That's who he reminds me of. So I started hitting him like, wha-pow, wha-pow, bam. Yeah. His name was Kai, yeah. So this is the problem for Andy, is that he needs to stay in one spot. Villese can just kind of do whatever he wants over here. Got to be careful, though, because you can repair HP on the Caravel. He turned out to be like a murderer or something. Yeah, but that's like after we knew him. He did, though. But that's like a different... It's a different time, dude. It's a different time, chat. All right, so Feudal Age on the way for both. Remember, there's a lot of fish here. Also, Standard Victory is on, by the way. Standard Victory is on. So, relics are in play. And it looks like there's, what, 6 relics? 7 relics? With the final one being in the middle? It is not an elite Caravel. It's just a standard Caravel. So it will matter in these Feudal Age water battles. I'll be interested to see whether Andy goes for galleys or whether he goes for fire galleys. He's going to go for galleys here. Is this whole tourney on Standard Victory? It is, yep. That's another reason I love it. Who organized this tourney? Zetnus did. Who's the guy who scripts HyperRandom. Great map scripter. Really, really phenomenal map scripter. And a nice guy. We actually had a, it's on my YouTube, map scripting for dummies seminar with him for 2 hours where he took me, aka the dummy, through how to script a map, if you're interested. I'm sure you'll get frustrated at me because I'm dumb, but like, you know. And also Tree donated, I think Tree donated 500 to the prize pool, and then I donated 1,000 to the prize pool. As Andy takes out this Caravel. Well done from Andy. Well done. Now Villese's in trouble. Right, he only has 2 fishing ships. He got the fishing ships up later than Andy. He's already 400 res collected behind.
1 year on a wonder yesterday.
I did, dude. I did. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling very good yesterday. But I did see it, yeah. Sick. Doubt Margugu, of course, right?
2 Halloweens ago. Shut the fuck up or I'll take it to Twitter.
Sorry to hear about the court case, Dave. Hope this helps.
Court case? It's your kid, it's not mine. Thanks for the 9 months, dude. This is really bad for Villese. Really, really bad. Like, he can still contest water, but his eco is just junk. It's not good. I like the fact that neither of them have come out to mill the berries. These mouflons are 232 food, so actually quite a bit. Villese is really struggling here. Can't even make villagers because he doesn't have any food. Oh, God. Look at the idle TC time. Oh, God. He is going to kill the Caravel from Andy, and he's going to kill the fishing ships from Andy, but still, he's going to lose his navy doing it. All that to kill the fishing ships that Andy can just replace right away. So much YOLO just to kill a few fishing ships. Oh, no. Oh, he doesn't even get the final one. Absolutely terrible there from Villese. 29 villagers for Andy. 23 for Villese. Of course he has wheelbarrow, but like, does that help? I don't think so. Why 1 minute idle TC? He didn't add the fish earlier, right? There's not a lot of food to take back here. There's just these. And you have to wait for your villagers to drop off the food. So he didn't have the food to make the vills. That's why he had the idle TC time. It's going to take out this fishing ship. Andy's definitely going to be in Castle Age first. And Villese is going to go for a forward push. He still has this Iroquois warrior at higher HP than Andy's. This is an 8 attack unit. 51 HP is still left. Like, this thing can kill villagers. Sure. Yeah, Andy just got up sooner. He added the fish sooner, and now he's up to Castle Age sooner. And Villese is just now completing the barracks. So, like, I don't know, man. And Andy is going forward with a villager. I think he might miss this barracks, though. Oh my god, bro. He just didn't see that. He's gonna go with a barracks of his own. Archer range here for Villese. Plenty of gold for Villese. Not enough wood to drop a market and balance his eco, though. And, like, he's gonna have to do some serious work over here. There's definitely an opportunity, but he's running out of time. Iroquois warrior goes down. Maybe he finds this villager here. If he finds this villager, he can buy himself some time. If he can delay this forward, he can buy himself a ton of time. And then hit with the archers at the same time. Blacksmith coming up from Villese. He's found the villager over here. Andy trying to wall in this villager. Villese knows how important it is to kill this. He doesn't want to send the Iroquois warrior because it's 4 HP. He's going to heal it up a little bit. Then come back. There's the stable going up as the archer comes in. Now, this archer attacking right now is not a good idea. Because now Andy knows he just needs to go for like a tower or a TC or whatever to defend himself over here. Villese, in an ideal world, needed to wait a long time before attacking. But this obviously isn't an ideal world because his opponent's getting to Castle Age. I like the fact that he's pulling in this board too, which had 500 food on it or whatever, but he realizes not much he can do. Doesn't have the water, right? Just didn't have the eco balance behind this, and Andy wins an easy one. Just a better build overall for Andy. Villese did not have the food backup on land to keep his TC producing, and he just fell so far behind. So 1-1. Definitely not as good of a game as the first one, but the series is tied up. No problems with that. They both had good civs, too. I think for a map like that, both pretty good. All right, we go into another one. Random civs still, and it'll be Malay against Berbers. Andy gets Malay, Villese gets Berbers. I think Malay are just better on HyperRandom, right? Berbers definitely have the better late game, for sure. But Malay should just be better on HyperRandom. If there's water involved, if you have like a fast castle map, you can get up so much faster.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging
Thank you,
out with
Bertoldi.
you.
Appreciate it.
To my favorite bald streamer. Less than 3.
Who's that? I've been out of the AW2 loop for a while now. Do we have any big tourneys coming up? We have a LAN event in about a month in Hamburg, Germany. It's going to be dope. There's 8 players there, including Kingston, who is the surprise qualification. We also have Titans League going on right now. We've got this tournament. Walhalla qualifiers are happening. Oh, look, Black Forest. Okay, so if they explore this early and they have 2 camels, so they likely will, and this gets walled up, theoretically, Villese should have the better late game civ. However, it's going to be hard to hold this position against like a faster Imperial from Andy if he wants to push with Malay. How did the civs work in this tournament? Random civs, dude. But Dave, that isn't fair. I don't care. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's a random map. It's random civs, dude. You never know what you're going to get. It's fantastic. And you know what? The last tournament final for Masters of HyperRandom 1 went to Game 9. So, like, can we complain? I don't think so. What's the best way of making money? Probably with, like, paper or cotton, I guess they make money out of. Or, like, synthetic material. And then you put it through the press, and then you get, like, bills. At chemical. All right. 500 food on the boar. Only 64 on the berries. The berries are a lie once again, but there's more of them this time. So there's 500. It's definitely worth a mill. It's 512 food there. Let's take a look at the stones. Not a lot over there. Golds. Not a lot there. 416 only on those golds. But on this gold over here, 5,100 just in 4 tiles. That is a lot. And this one has 952 on each tile. So still plenty of resources available. For sure. 23.4k gold on the map. 6.2k stone. Also, a newer development is all the trees are random values as well. So, like, the oak trees are 70. The snow pines are 112. The dead ones are 115, if that makes sense. And the bushes are 38. Great. Fantastic. And the ones around the TC are actually 251, so they're actually decent. Can the wildlife have random attack too? Some of the wildlife can have food on it, but that's fairly rare. I don't think the wildlife ever has like random attack values. Thought they were considered terrain and were 100 by default. They have a range now. They recoded it, Lexi. So it can be like as little as 70% of its initial value or 150%. Okay, so Andy's trying to get the forward wall down, and that's fantastic. I don't know if Villese has fully scouted this map. Like, he's scouted Andy. He knows, but I don't know if he knows that there's like a big old wood line in between them that he needs to get the choke point walled off. Andy definitely does. The map is not all visible, no. That would be all visible cup. Still some sheep left over. Not a lot of food on those, though. Not a lot of food on the ibex either. It's going to be about the farms here, for sure. Luckily for Villese, Berbers have some of the best farmers in the game, but unfortunately for Villese, Malay eco is insane, right? Just because you can go up faster. You could get like 6 villager lead on your opponent. Getting to the castle age. Just phenomenal. Black Forest is probably not Villese's strong suit either. He's a pretty good Black Forest player. Dude. He's a pretty good Black Forest player. I hope they make slow speed tournament once. That would be awful. Slow speed would be completely about micro. 100%. Micro would matter so much more in slow speed than it does in normal or fast. Is this slow speed? No, this is normal. Can we peep the north and south corners? Yep. Why don't they make... The penguins don't make sounds anymore? Huh? Bro. I've lost all faith. We have penguins with no sound, and there's boars on this one, I guess. The penguins do have food on them, though, so you can eat them. Penguins made sound? Yeah.
Fuck you, Riley. I made your mom so wet Trudeau deployed a 24-hour infantry unit to stack
Ooh.
sandbags around my bed.
Ooh.
Lab looks weird.
Ooh. 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 Andy going for the forward here, and Villese coming here with the villagers to go out to the hunt and doesn't see the sneak. But he sees it now. Never mind. He knows now. Villese is coming out here to try and deal with this. He has to realize that there's 2 snow leopards there. He's just going to wall it off. And Andy is going to be completely blocked off. I'm not certain that Andy realizes he's been discovered either. Maybe he saw the camel, but he will see this stuff dead over here. So maybe he comes to investigate. I even wonder, like, I wonder if he's even going to do anything with this guy. Or do you just leave it there? Villese running away with this chick. She's probably going to live, right? More friends along the way. Help against the snow leopard. And she's fine. Barely. And the wall's going to go up. Feudal Age comes in for Villese. Feudal Age also comes in for Andy. And Andy will just go for archer ranges. Or at least one. And Villese not paying any mind to that archer range or the barracks or whatever's going on over there, knows that if he pushes here, Andy's going to really struggle to invest into military forward while also defending on this side. So Villese is going to push in the middle. He's still on stone, so he can make another tower. Andy's going to try and make stone walls behind this. Villese is coming in pretty quick with these villagers, so Andy needs to really, really prioritize this stuff. And he's probably going to have to invest into a tower back here, too. Andy, no loom yet? Yeah, he's fine, though. Tower can range this area from Villese. Andy should still be able to get the walls up, though. Resource is actually looking pretty good for the Villese as well. Starting to get the farms up. Was taking the food over here. Can bring in the boars as well, if he really needs to. And I think he should, probably. Although, obviously, it's a risk because the archers are still over here. And the villagers now working away on this wall. So what's the solution here for Andy? Is he just going to try and, like, use this forward army to help over here? Like, he has to know it's fully walled off. He's going to come and repair this wall, but there's another tower going up from Villese. I really like this push from Villese. This is really, really nice. He saw the sneak, and he's not just making military against the sneak. He's putting pressure. He's applying pressure to Andy. Yeah, Feudal Age Stonewall is only 1080 HP, right? And villagers get +6 against stone defense. So if you have 4 of them attacking at the same time, it's a lot of damage. It adds up quick. So Villese's got enough stone for another defensive tower. He's definitely thinking about clicking up to Castle Age soon. I wonder when he places it. Or if he decides to even place one over here. Defensive tower comes up for Andy. Villese actually sells 200 stone. And buys some food. Andy also buying food. Villese should click up faster, but I think Andy's going to beat a Castle Age faster. Gotta be careful if you're Andy. You don't want to let any of these archers in. He's trying to wall in that camel, which he's done. Camel seems remarkably unconcerned about this. And now he's dead. Castle Age on the way for Villese. Andy should still be about 10 seconds faster, probably, to Castle Age. We'll see when he clicks up. I say 10 seconds. 10 seconds faster. Nope. Nope. Got it all wrong, dude. Villese is actually the first one to Castle Age. He's the one who's like 15 seconds faster. Going for some houses over here. Won't have a ton of wood to spend when he does get to Castle Age. And still has these villagers back here. Andy doesn't know. Andy has no idea that this colony is back here. Absolutely no idea, dude. He's like, oh man, I wish I really had something for my archers to attack. Ballsy play for Villese to just leave these guys out here. Does that qualify as a jungle camp? I'd say so, yeah. It's going to be a castle for Villese. It's been massing up the stone. He's thinking about it. Only question is, where does it go, right? Also has to keep these archers out of the way. Siege workshop here. Camel archers are really good. Especially late game against melee. I think camel archers absolutely clear most of what melee can do. Elephants are actually being produced from Andy. And it's only palisade walls, so the elephant should bust through pretty quickly, and then the crossbows follow up, and the castle is going to be forward too, underneath the tower here from Andy. That is something from Villese. This is like a different Villese. This is Giga Villese. Stone walls on the way from Andy. Elephants are here. Mangonel is there. Villese is thinking about making a house here. Behind. He's going for a Mangonel. Needs to be really, really careful. The Mangonel is here. The elephants are here. He needs to start building with more than one villager. Crossbows are coming in. These houses will not survive for very long. Now what do you do? Now what do you do if you're Villese? He sells the stone. He buys more wood. For what? For what? Did he mean to sell the stone? Don't know. I don't know. Still hasn't made any camel archers either. Looks like he killed a villager over here. He killed a couple villagers over here. And now he buys stone for a TC over here, and he's panicking. He's sending all the villagers back there for that TC. Mangonel coming from the side. If Andy's not careful, he could get nuked by a big shot. TC's going to be up in time. And now it's a long way for that Mangonel to go to get to that town center. But still, it's not a comfortable position here for Villese at all. Andy has to be careful about the Mangonel, but remember, he's got these two elephants. Good attack round there from Villese. Really, really solid. Another good one. Andy doesn't want to get too close. The Malay elephants, pretty weak, right? He probably could have dove for that Mangonel, but he's not sure. He doesn't want to lose him for free. And kind of waiting for the scouts, too. Maybe a little bit nervous about monks as well. Archers are in. Oh, man. This game's about to get messy. Still no camel archers out from Villese. He does have Bodkin arrow. He doesn't have crossbow, but Bodkin arrow is big. And Andy's eco is just completely exposed back here. And there is nothing. There's one monastery with a couple relics in it to defend yourself. Andy trying to break through a bigger choke point here. He doesn't like the funneling through the one tile. Working away on the houses. Now it's Andy's turn to go for a defensive TC. Villese is going to clear up the monk right away. Doesn't lose any archers. Fantastic job. He can loop around this way. Maybe hit the stone. Maybe just harass the farms could be good enough. Another great game here. Elephant's coming in. They need to retreat from the monk, and he doesn't get converted, but the conversion switches over to the knight. Andy has to be really careful with these conversions. Just, like, the army is still kind of frail here. One elephant converted, one knight converted, and suddenly your mangonels are gone, and then Villese can push out for free. I like this from Villese. He's not really pressing the issue. He's just going to keep stalling out some farms. And Andy only has 7 on food right now, so, like, keeping the TCs running is probably an issue. Has to buy food as he goes for a third one. Still no camel archers is kind of insane to me. Feels like you can definitely afford that. Great attack round from Villese. Resources collected. Once again, Andy's favor. Every game so far. Background comes in for Andy. It was a good one. Oh, Villese trying to keep the mangonel safe. He's trying to keep it alive, and he does a good job. Let's keep that thing living. Meanwhile, on the other side, he's found himself the perfect position. If he just plops these on stand ground, oh, how annoying is this? In between both TCs, on the gold as well. Farmers are going to die. And he's still buying food so that he can produce from his town centers. He has 2 on food currently. With all of those placed farms, he's just unable to take any of them. Vilese's farm eco looking pretty solid. 23 placed farms of his own. Gets a little bit aggressive with this mangonel. He will need to repair. He's got the monk there to convert. And he saves the mangonel again. This guy just refuses to die. Absolutely refuses to die. There's the castle for Andy. It's at the back. Archers are still here being annoying. Looks like one mangonel was cleared up from Andy. Villese is still holding. 65 villagers against 65 villagers. Camel archers are finally coming out. The archers have found their way over to the new farms. This guy is still chilling here. Very annoying. And more villagers are dying over here from just archers. Meanwhile, Andy loops around to this gold at the back. Another camel archer being annoying on this side. The power of stand ground. Definitely Vilese's friend as the Karambits finally come out to clear those up. Very annoying army, though. Not a lot of investment for that army at all, right? He didn't get the crossbow upgrade. He just got Bodcanero with these archers, and they did so much damage. Wheelbarrow now on the way for Villese. Andy's had that for a while. Andy will need to go for a defensive siege workshop. He's still got an army back here, but it looks like Villese can hold. And it's a really solid farming eco with Berbers and with Wheelbarrow coming in. Really solid farming for Villese. Knight comes in here. Villese not paying attention. Monk is there to defend, though. And the knight needs to leave. These camel archers are doing a good job back here. Gotta be careful with the scorpions, too. Camel archers have a decent damage output. Doing 2 damage per shot on the scorpions, right? They actually go down quite quick. Especially against 8 of them, and it takes a while to kill them. So you can't just spam scorpions in defense. You definitely need a mix. Look at the resources from Villese. Those Berber farms, man, they're starting to kick in. He's starting to catch up on res collected. Still has 11 on gold. He's got 900 food in the bank. If he sells the wood, I'm not certain what the wood price is. It's still decent. He could go up to him. Selling a little bit of wood now. He's selling a little bit more. And he's going to click up to the Imperial Age. Andy still just making units in Castle Age. Knights are coming in now. Andy's been really nervous. He hasn't doped for anything. Really hasn't doped for any engagements against these monks at all. Nice villager kill there from Villese. Lots of scorpions here, though. He needs to back up. Maybe plop these guys in the castle and heal up a little bit. Andy will probably get the wall up behind this. Vilese's stream sniping? Bro, there's a 2.5 minute delay, brother. Also, don't be a douchebag. Like, never, ever, ever accuse someone of stream sniping unless you are like 100% sure. That is rule number 1. And in order to be 100% sure, you have to be 100% sure. I don't think you guys have ever been 100% sure of anything in your life. I'm 100% sure Dave is bald. Nope. I have a little fuzz on the top of my head. Hashtag not bald. Guard tower on the way for Villese. Interesting. Okay, so there's a guard tower over here. He's going for more archer ranges on this side. And Andy tries to mix up his push over here. And the question is, like, what is Villese going for? He's going for Genitors. Genitors. Wow. Okay. Not what I expected. That's for sure. Not what I expect. He doesn't even have the first armor upgrade. Like, what? Why? I don't there's a time and a place to go for Genitors. I don't think this is it. Poor Benji roasted for a joke. Bro. You also have to be 100% sure that whatever joke you're typing in Twitch chat is going to be interpreted as a joke. If there's any gray area, it's already lost.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Leave Fuzzy alone.
All right, elephants go down. Crossbow's still being dealt with. Andy is getting... He's already in Imperial Age, and he's getting chemistry now. As Villese just goes for more Genitors. Okay. Does he, like, not see this gold back here? He sees it. He knows that there's gold available. He knows that there's a lot of gold available. Who knows? Janitors are cool. I mean, yeah. They don't do particularly well against elephants. But maybe he wants to go Genitors just to push Andy off of range units early. And then he can go Camel Archers and it'll be fine. Who knows? Good game, though. Really good first game. Little bit of a disappointing second one, but this one has been solid. Pushes on both sides. Castle will eventually go down. I don't think Villese can hold this. He just wants to clear up all of this garbage over here. And your next castle, you might even want to place it like back here somewhere. I guess this gold is forward, which is really brutal, right? Because that's like your main goal. So you definitely want to hold this position somehow. But you just got to clear this up, man. It's so funny that Andy still doesn't know about this. He still has absolutely no idea. Janitors are doing... Actually, they're doing 4 damage per shot against these elephants. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Thumbring on the way. Fortified wall on the way from Villese as he starts to wall up here. I think Andy will realize soon that he's going to be in a bit of trouble. Malay against Berbers. Malay just don't have the tools they need for the late game battle. Berbers just have the better composition, 100%. Will we see a cut? Maybe? Like, Andy's going to have to play really smart if he wants to win this one. How much stone is still available? We have 575 over there. No stone over here. So 575 only. Plus 3,000. So 5,000 golds. Probably another castle worth of stone. Is there stone in the clearing south? No, there's nothing in the clearing. It's just a little bit of food. Also looks like no stone for Andy either. 1,600 gold there. Plus a bit of gold there. So we have 5,000 gold roughly for both players. No stone left for Andy. About 400 stone left for Villese. Both having 2 relics as well. Guilds could probably be a good tech right now. As we look at the market prices. If they even get guilds. I don't even know. Looks like Berbers get guilds. Look like Malay get guilds. Okay. Like, Villese knows exactly what to do here. Just go... You've made the Janitors, so you have something against the skirms now. You have a trash unit. He got Elite Camel Archer. He's getting Elite Janitor. Casba coming out. You just have to hold until you get all of your techs in, and you have the eco you need to start spamming. Unfortunately for Villese, doesn't really have the farm eco he needs yet. He's just now adding it. Like, 35 farms is not enough. You need 50 or something. And then you need to start getting Hussar. And Andy's not going to want to give you that time, right? Andy's going to try and push right now, but Villese has the bomber cannons behind. He's got the Janitors, Elite Camel Archers. Should be okay to hold this. And a nice snipe onto the bomber cannon there. Also, the castles went further back. So he actually has production buildings, which is fantastic. Completely out of stone now, both players. Prop rotation on the way for Andy. Siege Engineers on the way for Villese. Damn, dude. This might go deep. Siege Engineers on the way for Andy now. Super long game incoming? I don't know. I have such faith in the Berbers. Like, even if both players run out of gold, then the Berbers have Hussar. Right? Should just be it, dude. They have Hussar Janitor. This Ram is going crazy over here, too. I like the fact he's clearing all this stuff up. Your opponent might get housed. You never know. What were called siege engineers back in the medieval era? Rolf. It was just one guy. Rolf and Sons. Complete monopoly on all siege engineering. Oh. Oh, shit, dude. Yo, Villese's like, fuck that. I'm not going anywhere near this. Andy's attack grounding with the Trebs trying to snipe these bombard cannons before they get close. And Villese's like, nope. I'm not going over there, dude. Not at all. Elite battle elephant on the way. He attack grounded again. Hussar is in from Villese. He's the first one to seriously hit the market. 1,000 food, 1,000 wood. And then Andy hits it a little bit later, but Villese got so much more gold out of it than Andy did. Prices on the market still reasonable-ish. And it's actually onager now from Villese. Uh-oh. Andy. Crop rotation coming in for him, too. Andy. You have to fight up against Berber farmers. The Berber tech tree. I don't know. He's trying to save these Trebs. He did lose one. Villese should get another one. This guy is still super, super close to going down. Bomber cannon actually got converted by the monks here from Andy. Villese is going to be happy taking out 3 Trebs in exchange for that 1 bomber cannon, though. If he can snipe this one. Still hasn't gotten it yet. I don't even know what Andy does here. Yeah, you have to play... Yeah, I don't know. You have to try and exhaust your opponent's gold units and keep your own alive at the same time. Because even if you, like, run them completely out of gold, at the end of the day, they have better farmers than you, which means their food is going to be coming in faster. And they have a better trash tech tree than you. They can make Hussar and Genitor. At this point, I guess his only hope is the Chonkers. Elite Camel Archers still do fairly well against this, but they will provide a shield of meat units to push all of this stuff back. And Villese is having some problems with these elephants. They are pushing this back at the moment. Hussar coming in, trying to snipe the bombard cannons. Looks like Villese is going to get one. And a lot of the Camel Archers have died here. But still, even with melee, you can't keep these elephants coming out forever. And they're still very weak in terms of battle elephants statistics. Only having that first armor upgrade. No bloodlines. This is Andy's shot. He's shooting it. Onager goes down. Bombard cannon. About to die. Does he keep it alive? He keeps it alive. Andy has 0 on gold. I think Andy has 0 gold left. I think he's got 0 gold left. I mean, Villese doesn't have a lot of gold either. 26 Camel Archers. And he hasn't lost any in a while here. Another Onager goes down from Andy. Selling 1,000 wood for bare bone prices now. The market is bottomed out, I believe. Yeah, the market's completely bottomed out. So, Andy has spent all of this gold and all of these elephant lives pushing to this position. But he doesn't have anything to back it up. The Trebs aren't alive anymore. He's got these 2 bomber cannons, which just feel like they're waiting to die. Vilese's got the Camel Archers, which can deal with the elephants. And he can just spam Hussar in front of this and just keep sending those in until the bomber cannons are dead. Now Andy needs Force Levy and 100 farmers? Maybe. Maybe that's the answer. Berbers are fine even without the Halb upgrade? Yeah, the Camel Archers do perfectly fine against the Elephants. Because the Elephants only have the first armor upgrade. So, like, the Camel Archers are actually doing a lot of damage to them, right? 12 attack on the Camel Archers, and it's 4 armor on the Elephants, so it's 10 damage per. Also, yeah, good raids here. He chopped! He used the jungle camp! He absolutely used the jungle camp, dude. And he's going to regret not killing that earlier. Let's go. What a great counterattack there from Villese. And here he comes on this side, too. Hussar's coming in. Bye-bye, Onager. Bomber cannons in retreat, and Andy is losing a lot of villagers here, folks. This was a great counter raid. Meanwhile, though, we've got elephants all over the place from Andy in the eco from Villese, and he has to pull his camel archers back to deal with this. Only 48 on food right now. A lot of his food eco is idled. His bomber cannon needs to retreat. His camel archers are dying over here. Still killing villagers, though. 67 to 40 eco KD. That number really shot up there with that great raid from Villese. And the population count goes from 200 for each to 151, 135. What a great series so far. Really, really enjoying this. They're both trying to do whatever they can in this situation. I think both of them know that the Villese has the advantage. But honestly, well played from Andy to go into those elephants. And good job stabilizing somewhat in his base, although he's still at 140 pop. And yeah, way more farms from Villese. He's going to shoot back up to 70 on food or whatever. Lead Skirm comes in. Could go for Genitors. Camel Archers already have 59 kills. They're about to have a lot more once Andy's forced to just feed Halbs into him. This area has been discovered from Andy, and it's trying to be cleared by the Halbs, but that's a lot of military for a whole lot of nothing over there. Right? Like 29 Halbs chasing a couple Hussar, and that's it. I think Villese should go for, like, 3 Trebs. If he can swing it. Save up your gold, get, like, 3 Trebs, and just start pushing from this side. You don't need bombard cannons. You can snipe the bombard cannons if they get close from Andy. Another cut in the south? Oh, there was another cut, dude. What the fuck? Nice. I wonder, I think it was Villese that probably did that one. Maybe it was Andy, though, because this is weak. It might have been Andy that cut here. Cool game, man. Really nice game. Ooh, this will be tough to deal with. A raid with camel archers. So suddenly the Halbs alone can't deal with that. But they're not one-shotting the Halbs, so that if Villese is not paying attention, the Halbs will actually clear these camel archers. The key is to get a combination of camel archers and hussars into raid. And then you have a real problem. But I mean, this is a problem either way for Andy. He needs to allocate a lot of army over here, right? 53 military heading over in this direction to deal with just 17 units from Villese. And Villese pushes him with a Treb. He's got a bombard cannon here. Genitors can deal with the Halbs on this side, too. He's pulled ahead in terms of resources collected. I think 10 minutes ago, he's 8K behind. But these Berber farmers, and obviously that big raid that he launched into Andy's base, have really kind of tipped the balance on this game. Another Onager on the way from Villese. Where is that? What is that? Is that for another raid? Like on this side? 64 kills on 16 units. Pretty solid. Hopefully he's paying attention. And he can pull back, which he does, yeah. And he's just going to be losing halbs all over the place. Why is the Treb coming this way? Ah, he's queuing up 2 more. He is stream sniping, dude. He's making 3 Trebs. That's what I said. Crazy. Bracket joke? Yes. I'm 100% sure. What do you do in Andy's position here? Like, what on earth do you do? You just hope that he tosses away his gold units? You hope that you can kill those camel archers somehow? I mean, it's 3 bombard cannons for Andy, so I suppose that's pretty solid. Trebs are rolling this way. Onager is rolling this way. Halbs are still being kited back here. So he's going to attempt to push these castles from the north. Huh. That's very interesting decision making. I don't know if you need to do that. Res collected is really scaling ahead now for Villese. Like, just gained 2k in the last 2 minutes. Horse Levy still dies to Camel Archers. Oh yeah, big time. Big time. 2-handed swordsmen are not very good units. This is good for Mandy. This is really good. That's a lot of skirms. 21 kills on this 1 bombard cannon.
Joke.
And it's still doing damage. 26 kills by the time that guy goes down. Trebs are here. Trebs are killing the outpost and killing the wall. Okay, so Andy re-walled this. So the Trebs rolled up to kill the wall so he can continue to get the raids here. Andy is now going into Malay Light Cap. Oh! Oh! Boyo, thank you for the 40 months, bro. Welcome back. Malay Light Cap. Oh! This thing suck. Yuck. Bro, these things are like the cheese whiz of light cav. And these are like a nice like cheddar. Like an old cheddar, man. These husks are amazing. Andy's got the whiz. They die to skirms so quick. It's like they never even existed at all. Dave, you're never getting that Cheese Whiz sponsorship. Oh no! Wonder would be a great way to win. You know what? I forgot about that, bro. That's Andy's win condition, is a wonder. You're keeping it real. Unfortunately, you're going to have to buy the 1,000 stone when you don't have any gold. So, I don't think it's really that possible. I like how Villese is clearing all this space, too. He needs open space. He wants mobility. He has the mobility. Andy does not, but both players still 200 pop. 200 pop for both. Discount old cheddar because Berbers? Yeah, they're on sale. Yeah, the old cheddar is on sale. Have you seen Doubt Margugu game 1? Yeah. Honestly, guys, I don't think Andy can do anything. And Villese is playing nice and patient. Like, he's not pushing the Trebs forward too much. Villese is cutting all of the wood line. It's gonna be Arabia soon, bro. He's cutting everything. Andy's playing Halb Skirm. Like, Andy wants to fight in a choke point. He doesn't want to fight when it's completely open. And unfortunately for him, Villese is just cutting everything completely open. One of these bomber cannons went down to the trap. Does this one die? No. Miss. Hussars still coming in. It's 128 vills for Andy, so it's still a decent number. 90 kills on these 12 units. 12 units with 97 kills. If you're wondering how valuable those camel archers are, the answer is yes. 100 Hussar in the queue. Does Andy really think he can win from this position? You don't resign at 200 pop, brother. You don't resign at 200 pop. It just... like, Andy's played enough Age of Empires to know Andy has won games from this position or similar to this position before. And he's thrown games similar to Villese's position before. Like, you just don't resign when you're here. When you have a full queue and 128 vills, you give it your best. Anything can happen. Your opponent could forget TQ units, right? Your opponent's macro could slip. Maybe they don't have auto reseed on their farms. Maybe you get a big raid. Maybe you build up 12 bombard cannons somehow and they keep tossing away gold units. Right? What Villese needs to do now is definitely get his camel archer number back up. So sell a bunch of food, sell a bunch of wood. And he's stream cheating again, guys. He did exactly that. He's got 12 camel archers in the queue. If he gets up to 20 camel archers, that's fine. 25 is probably ideal. And then just hussars in front. Like, you have to remember, for every one of these situations, these guys have thousands, tens of thousands of games that they played in their career. And everyone can remember games where you 100% thought you were going to lose and you ended up winning. So it's like, why not? Why not just try? Is there no 5th relic? No, there's 4 relics only. There is another cut down here. Is there stone in the corners? No. Towers for Andy. It costs a lot of gold to buy that stone. He goes for guard tower. Villese can just keep cutting around this if he wants to. Andy's just trying to range all these camel archers with the skirmishers, but the Hussar queue is still there. 74 Hussar in the queue. Keep now on the way for Andy. That's a great tech. It only costs wood and food, which you can afford at the moment. Unfortunately, the Hussar are just going right past these towers. It's a nice idea here from Andy, but all of this farming is still going to be exposed. He needs to build a wonder now. Even if Andy did build a wonder, I think the amount of res he would spend getting that wonder up and the amount of time he would spend with his villagers building that would allow Villese to push in and kill it. Hussar coming in for the bombard cannons. This is important. Andy needs to keep these alive. Can't afford to lose them. He's going to lose one. Does not lose the second one, but still, a 1 bombard cannon loss is just too many. Still pop cap, though. Appreciate Andy keeping the camel alive. This guy is gaming, dude. Hump day. Camel is a wasted 1 pop. Alright, Jan. Fucking Jan, dude. I detect some inefficiencies in this setup for Andy. You're a waste of one pop. Whoa, dude, calm down. Hang on, there's no reason to cook him, dude. He just wrote a message in Twitch chat. Holy. We like Jan here. Absolutely murdered that guy. Guys, the KD just keeps getting worse and worse for Andy. Villese is currently 200 kills ahead. Coming in for this bombard cannon, and he realizes he doesn't want to let this thing go. The Hussar here, he's trying to repair. There's still 2 of them. And he saves it again. He saves it again. Trebs are just working away on the nearest buildings. Villese is playing this so patient. Protect your Trebs. Take out the production buildings one by one. Then you can go for the castle. There's no need stretching out for that castle until you're sure the bombard cannons are gone. And Villese tries to take care of these. Attack rounds coming in from him. Hussar coming in as well. Lots of halbs here for Andy. Lots of halbs here for Andy. And the Hussar aren't there as a meat shield, so Villese needs to back up with the siege, and Andy pushes back again. Light Cav now coming in for this onager. That onager is going to die. Meanwhile, some more Hussars still raiding in the back. And you know what? Like, this has been a really great defense from Andy. Really great. He's lost 116 villagers. He's constantly losing military, but his population is always around 180, 190, 200. How many kills on the camels by now? 108. And climbing. And Villese just can't. He doesn't have enough pop space to get that big army of Hussar that he wants, right? To come in and snipe those bombard cannons. Little raid back. Okay, so 1,200 HP total on those 20 light cav. And we're going to have what? 1,200 on these 12 Hussar. And these 12 Hussar will easily clear these light cav. Those things suck. Oh, man. And he's going to toss away a lot of skirms here. Bombard cannon's going crazy for Villese. This is problematic. We also have 4 Trebs in reserve. 4 Trebs in reserve. I think you send them now. I think you got to send them now. You can take out this castle, right? The population just isn't there for Andy. He's dropped 40 pop because of that light cav raid in the back. His queue is not looking good, folks. 13 halbs in the queue only. And Villese finally pushing forward with the Trebs. Finally coming forward with the Trebs. I don't know what the Hussar are doing. Maybe they're in a conga line or something. I don't know. They're ready to go, though. Castle's going to go down. Nice patient play from Villese. Is that the monastery with the relics in it? No. That one's back here. More villagers going down, and I think once this castle is down, Andy will start to realize that the game's over. I mean, he's already probably realized it's over, but 147 kills on these camel archers, by the way. Yeah, I don't know what Andy's win condition is now. He's still pop capped. So, I mean, you don't resign when you're pop capped. I honestly think getting the sneak villager in there for Andy was probably the worst thing that could have happened for him this game. If that villager died right away, if Villese found it right away, I think Andy would have done a much better job here. Like, Malay pushing down the middle with a castle drop after he gets the forward wall could be so devastating. But having the sneak in the back and having all the distraction with the elephants and the crossbows and the mangonels and everything, then you get counter-raided. It's just really rough. The sneak probably wasn't the right play. Jeez, man. Andy just is gaming. He's absolutely gaming. 139 villagers still. Is trash two-handed swordsman not a viable option? No, they get absolutely dusted. They probably trade. The Hussar probably beat them, right? The Camel Archers absolutely fry them. And you're taking population away from your skirmisher numbers, which you kind of need to try and clear up the Camel Archers. All right, Andy's at 162 pop. It should be it now, right? Andy? Andy? And Camel's still alive. "46 kills on those 2 cannons alone." And Vilesa's like, you know what? I'm just going to keep playing patient. He's going to come over here. He's going to set up, and he's going to attack this castle from over on this side with those trebs. Or he might just go after the production buildings. He's just going after the product. Oh my god, dude. We can't be here all day, man. We need a little bit of urgency here. How much wood is on the map? Finally, a man asking the right questions. Okay, well, we won't be here all day because there's only 631,000 wood left on the map. It's been a good game, though, guys. Like, it's been a really good game. Even though we have this grind fest at the end, like, you can... There's still things to be impressed by. The patience from Villese. The cut in the middle here to open the game up. The rewall from Andy. The absolute perseverance from Andy to keep himself at around 200 pop. It's not sauna day, so Villese is not in a hurry. Every day is sauna day in Finland, dude. Every day. I went every day I lived there. Sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. What's the gray dot in the bottom part of the map? That is a wolf or a snow leopard. All right. So Andy basically dives here to try and get the treb, but he's not going to be able to get the treb. He can only get the camel archers. And once Villese unpacks these things and starts attacking that castle, this castle's going to go down. And then, well, then you're running out of options if you're Andy, whatever options you have remaining. There's also a big raid at the back here. He pulls... How many villagers? He pulls 63 villagers away. He's lost 178 villagers this game. More archer ranges being added from Villese. crazy good series so far, except for the second game. But the first game and the third game make up for it. Especially that first game. That thing was... That was something. Why no Genitors? I'd have to see the comparisons. So let's see. Skirmishers, I believe, are cheaper, right? Looks like they get +4 against Spearmen. GG called by Andy. These things get +3 against Spearmen. But they have 1 extra attack, so it's the same attack. I guess they... Well, I guess the Genitors, they cost more, and you're probably not microing them anyway. So the Halbs are going to kill the Genitors faster than they kill the Skirms. So it's probably better just to go for Skirms in that situation. 1 less range feels bad too, yeah. Anyway, great game there. Like I said, I think Andy would have been better off without the sneak and just pushing standard melee push through the center with the castle, right? Either way, we got a good game. Villese really fought back there really well. 849 halves for Andy, 867 for Villese. And that's Hussar. Only 135 camel archers. Really, really nice, dude. Gold gained, gold spent. Oh, we have a market? We have market stats now? Oh my god. Oh, capture age. Hang on a second. We have market stats. So, Villese sold 28,500 and he only bought 700. So he sold more than double of what Andy did. And you can see the gold gained and gold spent. Beautiful. It's great. Those are great stats, dude. I've been wondering that for years. Like decades, man. Uh-oh. Going into another game, and Andy gets Georgians. Andy gets Georgians, and Villese gets Incas. Interesting matchup for sure. I think a lot of this will depend on what the map looks like. If it's an open land map, the Incas might be in trouble. Maybe in trouble. And maybe that's what Andy needs, right? He's got to win another game. Remember, it is a double elimination stage. So even if he loses this one, he'll go down to the loser's bracket. But wants to at least bring it to a game 5, probably. Especially against Villese, who has been kind of rusty lately. Like the last year and a half, Villese just hasn't been consistent, which is weird because for so long he was just the most consistent player. I love Villese so much. I do too. I miss him at events. He's such a nice boy. I miss him and Jordan as well, because he makes fun of Jordan so much. I love it, dude. He could make a Jordan diss track. Be amazing. Oh my, what on earth? The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Down, down, down to a burning ring of fire. These are fire towers. They shoot like fire ships, and the base is completely surrounded. So I think feudal pressure is off the table. I would assume that anything like a douche or something in feudal is probably off the table here, folks. Right? Yeah, have fun. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. Georgian fire towers. So if he gets the unique tech, they get splash damage on the... Oh my god. Jesus. Don't think so? What, do you have anything to back that up, though? They have a minimum range. So, maybe you need to get murder holes. Anyway, let's look at the rest of the map. We got some rhinoceri. We got some cows. Lots of food on those cows. 209 on each. 56 only on these mouflons. It's like we got some more boars over here. Actually, really, really solid food count on those boars. Those 2 boars alone, 1,100 food on those. So very important to find that. It's another similar BF-style setup where you have the wood lines into the gap in the middle, but unfortunately, these are acacia trees. So good luck walling, bro. I hope Villese still has cube mod enabled. This is going to be brutal, dude. You never know where there's a path. Reboot, thank you for the tier 2, man. 7 months of tier 2, big. Cool little Inca fire towers here. They look so amazing. And, guys, neither player is thinking about early aggression. They just can't, right? They simply cannot. It just doesn't make sense. They also don't have a scout, so trying to find stuff like these boars in the back is going to be fairly difficult. You really need to use your herdables to scout with. Looks like Villese just scouting around. He's going to find the ostrich over here, which have a decent amount of food. I don't think he ever finds the boars back here. 700. Oh, that's an iron boar. No. That's an iron. I hope he never finds this. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Dude, I hope he does not find this. These things are trouble, bro. These things are trouble. These things can take out your entire eco before you even realize it. 300 HP? Yeah. 300 HP, right? It has 700 food on it, but you don't get the food if you kill it with a military unit. You have to kill it with a villager, but villagers can't shoot it. They can only attack it with a knife. And it has 12 attack versus the normal 7 from a wild boar. This thing is... Plus it has melee and pierce armor. This thing is a problem. Now, where is the iron boar for Andy? I don't think he has one. I think Andy got fortunate here. I think there's only one iron boar on this map. Do the iron boars aggro the same way as normal boars? Yes. Oh, no. I think the iron boars, if you just get close to them, they attack you. And I double-click the iron boar to see it. Yeah, there's only one. Yeah, iron boars aggro like wolves. Yeah, they are just a problem. They are an absolute menace. There is a goat with 0 sheep. I thought my game is froze. Sorry, goat. There is a goat with 0 sheep. Noticed it too. There is a goat with 0 sheep. He probably meant food. What was he looking at? The 50 HP one. Oh, it's got 50. Oh my god. Okay, so that's like your scout. Okay, I see. You have 50 HP, And it has no food on it. I see. Okay, so I was wondering if they started with a scout. Interesting. Good eye, chat. I wonder if it can be taken. Or maybe that's, you know, was already Andy's in the past. Okay, so there's a barracks here from Andy, but this barracks might just be to lame some of the hunt, potentially. This definitely cannot be in preparation for feudal aggression against the main base from Villese. It just simply cannot be. Or maybe it's a barracks so that he can make an archer ranger or a stable or whatever. It looks like he's going to go fast castle here. Food count is looking solid for Andy. I don't know what this barricade does either, but it's kind of cool. In like a, hey bro, do you want a table kind of way? Healing scouts could work against these fire. I don't know, dude. I don't know if you can heal up that much. It's definitely a fast castle for both. Market blacksmith here for Villese. So Villese took the hunt here. Andy took the hunt as well with the mule cart. And Villese is scouting the stable. But he knows. Even if you see a stable there, you're not worried. Andy will make a few scouts on the way up, but you're not worried about your main eco, that's for sure. Do the towers range the other towers? Well, they have 5 range, so they meet somewhere in the middle here. And I don't think you need ballistics for fire towers, do you? Because they should hit similar to fire ships. One day we'll see them attack. Are all scouts you make new goats? No. No, dude. Imagine you had a little goat factory. Like the barricade could plop out goats. Goat cheese, goat milk. Why are the towers like fire shits? Because someone got everybody Chipotle at like 3 in the morning, bro. What is the stump in front of Villese's TC? That's just the baobab tree once you chop it. That's what it looks like. Alright, Andy's in Castle Age, and here we go. You don't need ballistics for these. The fire damage is just absolutely ripping from these towers. And the scout took quite a bit of damage as it went past there. It's still, like, not enough damage to completely kill knights or something if they run past, but it's decent. It's fine, he's healing. True. Second and third TC here for Andy. Still quite a bit of food left over for him, right? We got the berries with quite a bit on them, 228. Then we have the cows with 140 on them. Don't need to drop farms yet. Neither player has thus far. And Villese is going to go for 2 extra TCs as well. And he sneaks in heavy plow. Andy hasn't gotten any farming techs yet. Villese is going to sneak in heavy plow before his first farm's even up. Oh, that was perfect. Oh my god, instant replay. We gotta go back for that. We gotta go back for that, dude. Okay, here comes heavy plow. And at the exact same time, heavy plow and the farm come in. Absolutely gaming. 1 second left. Completed. Unbelievable. 375 food on that farm. He did the math. He did it all, dude. He did it all. Someone check him, PC. This is not normally, for sure. And he can boost up his farms, though, with the fortified church. So that's a good fortified church. Covers the gold, covers the stone, covers the farms. chopping a random tree over here. Fantastic. Also important to note that all of these acacia trees, I think, only have 75 wood on them, right? So the wood lines aren't going to last an incredibly long time on this map as the fire is still working away on these scouts. Not doing a whole lot of damage at all, actually. And you don't actually get extra arrows from, or extra fire, rather, from garrisoning the villagers. Do Incas play well into Georgians with the Incas unique unit? Well, Georgians can go cav archers or hand cannons or something like that. Georgians get hand cannons, right? I think yeah, they do. Yeah. Against Kameyooks. But still, like, a Kameyok skirm composition could be really good late game if you get there. CA without thumb ring. Once you get heavy CA, their accuracy goes up to 80%. So like their fire rate still isn't great, but they do heal over time, right? In Imp, heavy CA with Georgians, I don't think is the worst. And Spawn Tower could be good. What is the other chat room? Huh? How do you even attack the fire towers before trebs? You just kind of ignore them, I guess. That's why, like, this is a build up to Imp, right? Just like it was a build up to Fast Castle. Andy's kind of controlling the map here with the scouts. Worth pointing out that this does not have a lot of gold on it. 1900 gold from that pile. These ones don't have a ton either. So, like, in total, 7,300 gold for Villese within his little ring of towers. Plus, these ones don't have a ton. The stone's got a lot, though, so you can make a lot of castles on this side. You can have multiple chat rooms for each Twitch channel. Yeah, but we don't have that here, though, I think. How many relics? Looks like 2 on each side. Dude, these fire towers are not doing anything. Not doing anything to these light cav. At least it's a place for Villese to run to and stay safe. And actually, great job from Andy in just calling out the fire towers. I would have never gone for light cav here to attack because I would have assumed that the fire towers were absolutely going to cook me, figuratively and literally. But Andy's actually causing some problems in here. Octopodi, thank you for the 9 months. It's your kid.
Not mine either, TBH.
No, it's yours. Be honest. Villese needs to kind of wall up around the towers as well. He's going for a castle here. Andy's light cav are over on the side. Andy's got a fortified church back here boosting the eco. He's still got this one boosting the eco. He added the Fort TC as well, and he is ahead on res collected. Villager count very even as well. I mean, we're just going to see the tech trees match up, right? So, like, if you're Andy and you have a ton of stone, Spawn Towers is probably the tech that you're thinking late game, right? You set up this choke point area with towers and you just slowly start pushing. Maybe you can add in hand cannons. Maybe you could go for some Manaspa in front of them or some Hussar or something like that, right? But Spawn Towers is probably it. Ooh, 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 that castle is going to be up. And this castle might be denied by the tower, guys. Remember how fast fire damage comes out. This is going to be within range.
And
It's not. He deleted it. Oh my god, bro. I thought for a second that thing was denied, but nope. He saw the castle. He knew the tower was there previously. And Villese clicks up to Imperial Age slightly before Andy. He's going to be able to see this castle foundation from Andy. He's got a cameo coming out, but there's a monk right there. And there's also the light cab over here, still dodging the damage from the towers.
Your lives are so sad I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Ads are how I discover I'm
Inspired
not logged
Rascals. Thank you for the 13 months, man. Thanks for being here, everyone. I hope you're enjoying Masters of HyperRandom. It's been a really fun tournament so far. I haven't been able to cast all of the matches, but we're not even that deep into the tournament yet, so. Does ballistics work for fire tower? I think they still hit anyway. I think everything about the fire towers is very similar to fire ships. Okay, so this is fascinating, right? Like, in this position, Incas should probably play into Kameyuks. Kameyuks are an insanely strong unit. If you get elite Kameyuk, if you get a big mass of them, and you look at the Georgian tech tree, as that dude isn't looking at any tech tree anytime soon. Theoretically, Kameyuks could be really good against them. Unless you set up the towers. Unless you go for hand cannons. Then maybe the Incas have a problem. Has Villese started playing ladder again? I mean, he never really stopped playing ladder, did he? He's always trying to qualify for tournaments. He's just not putting as much time into it as he did before. Yeah, masonry and castle age is nice. Yeah, he knows what it's gonna be over here. It's gonna be a castle war. Incas will spend less repairing because their castles cost less. Georgians will spend less repairing because they spend 25% less repairing. And a Treb war it is. Treb war it is. Double Trebs coming out here for both. A little bit faster for Villese, and he should have a hill here, but I think Andy's got a hill over here too. Light Cav's still roaming around too, and these things, they've taken 466 damage. So they've already healed themselves up fully once over. Ridiculous. More Trebs on the way from Villese. Pikemen coming out too. Can afford the Halb upgrade soon. At the moment, he wants his castles producing Trebs, right? So it's really difficult to just be producing Kameyuks instead of Halbs. I think the decision to go in the Halb is actually smart. You can always make Kameyuks later. Light Cav coming into the back here. You're going to need a few helps at the back. These Light Cav have been consistently annoying. Very consistently annoying. And the fire towers are not enough anymore. Kameyuks and Pikemen coming out. Might be able to take out this Treb, which he's going to do. And he takes out the castle, Villese. Taking down the first forward castle there from Andy. And he pushes out for the second one. He's still got the hill, too. Still has some Kameyuks. Fabric shields coming in. He cancels it. He goes for elite Kameyuk instead. Light Cav's still over here. Looks like they got a couple kills. Couple Light Cav went down as well. Decent looking economy for both. Siege Engineers on the way for Andy. But there's no way. There's no way he keeps his castle up, right? There's simply no way. Once elite Kameyuk comes in, all these Trebs are going to die and Andy's going to need to retreat. Like, Andy needs to be in full retreat right now if he wants to save any of these Trebs. What's behind it? It's just another castle and the towers. I think Andy misread the imp timing, maybe from Villese. Went a little bit too aggressive. Probably should have just played castles back here in the first place. Hand cannon and towers. No chemistry, not yet. He was thinking he could get away with pressuring Villese with a faster Imperial, but he was actually slower to imp. So there's the guard tower tech right now. Ballistics is behind that. You almost want a second university, you know? He did get chemistry. Okay, hand cannons are coming in. No, okay, that's good. That's actually really good for Andy. If he still had to wait for chemistry, it would be a disaster. And look at Villese back here. Chemayuk army. Elite Chemayuks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, dude. Not good. He'll see the towers going up. Trebuchets just keep coming in here. He's getting some decent scouting information. Sees the hand cannons. So this is the point you go skirmisher. So it's Skirm, Chemayuk against Spawn Tower, hand cannon, hussars. So this is what we expected. Very interesting Civ matchup, right? So now, if you're in Andy's position, I think there's an argument to be made if you have extra res, thinking about something like Onager. But then again, there's not that much gold on this map to begin with. As the Chemayuks come in, start working away on this trap. They actually don't get it yet. They get it now. Villese lost one of his trebuchet. Goes for another castle over here. Svan Tower is going crazy. I want to see if it impacts the fire towers as well. I don't think it does. And the Chemayuks deny that tower completely. Oh, man. Villese is on a warpath, dude. This would be a great result for him. Why there are no hand cannons protecting the trebs? I think Andy's having some real gold issues, man. Plus, he's distracted. There's towers, like, all over the place in his eco. But, of course, these are just the fire towers. He still has to deal with this, and he still has to deal with the raids back here. What is this Svan? It's Svan Towers. So, it's the unique tech for the Georgians, which makes all of their towers fire like scorpion bolts. Lead Eagle on the way for Villese. Easy tech switch, right? You just get the Eagle techs. You already have fabric shields. You already have the armor. You already have the attack. Easy tech switch into Eagles. And once you clear those hand cannons, nothing is going to be an issue on Andy's side of the map. Even the Svan Towers. You're going to have Eagles with what? 10 armor? 10 pierce armor? Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to be losing units like this, but still. Did he cancel fabric shields? He got it. Clear what? Hand cannons? Yeah, they're already gone. They're already dead. Architecture on the way for Andy. Castle will eventually fall. He's got the towers somewhat defending, and he's trying to go for a little bit of a counter raid. But remember, +4 armor on the villagers, too. So, even these raids, right? It'll take a long time to kill the villas. And you still have the fire towers helping out a little bit. Eagles come in. Trebs are dead. I think this is it for Andy. Needs to end to a pretty good series here for Villese. I mean, Andy does have more pop than him. And he's still got the towers, and the towers are actually doing okay work against the raiding forces, but damn, it just doesn't feel like something Andy can do. Villagers just simply fighting off the raids on this side. More raids coming in from Andy. Villese just slowly but steadily working away on these towers. Murder holes coming in for him, too. I think Villese can play this patiently. Just take out the towers one by one. He doesn't have that much stone. Aznari Cavalry coming in for Andy so that he gets a little bit more pop space, or rather his cavalry takes up a little bit less. And I believe that is his final gold, right? He's got the relics, and then he's got whatever is remaining here. That's 630. What about Villese? He has no gold. He's got no gold. Okay. Okay, I mean, Andy can win this one. He's actually got the better civilization without gold. He's going to have healing Hussar that take up less population space. If he manages to clear these trebs, could be really good for him. But right now, he's still having big issues with that. Huge issues with that. I'd also love to see Villese hit that market relatively soon. More Hussar coming in on this side. What are the market prices at? Market prices are still fairly reasonable. Like, if you sell 1,000 food right now, you can make a ton more eagles. And maybe clear Andy's base. Towers working away. Treb's working away on those towers. Architecture was a great technology here. Keeping his towers alive a lot longer. Another raid coming in from this side. Villese walls that off, though. Doing a great job. The villagers figuring it out. These trebs have done 61k damage. And he's still got villagers here to repair them. It doesn't go down. Treb stays alive. Skirmishers coming out now, trying to clear some of this stuff. See Villese now selling some food, going for guilds now too. It's going to be another game where gold is extremely limited. Andy is still bringing in some gold, but he's bringing it in from here. And only 130 left on that one. Hussar's still raiding, but like I said, up against Inca villagers, like it takes so long to kill them. And the raids haven't accomplished a whole lot yet. Also, this castle is being sneakily targeted by a trebuchet behind an archer range. And he could lose that. However, Villese could lose the trebs. Here come the hand cannons. Here come the Hussar. Villese forced to pull back the trebs. He's been 0 on gold for a while. He's just Helmskirm at the moment. And does not have access to Hussar like Andy does. Andy realized what was happening over here. He's going to send some Hussar over there to clear that up. Man, masonry early and then architecture. Such great text here for Andy. And he's got so much gold too. It's only a matter of time, folks. If Villese comes over here, he's going to send like 30 vills, and this thing is going to solo 30 villagers. Wonder moment? A wonder would be... Actually, a wonder might be the play for Andy. With all these towers, I don't think Villese can ever get there. I think a wonder right here, and it's over. I mean, Villese could do that as well, yeah. True. If he got the gold. Wonder right here. It's going for more halbs. Barracks on this side. And he's like, hey, something's not right over here. And Villese sending in random eagles. It's a lot of gold, though, to spend on just a random raid at the back. Andy and Sling on the way. No minimum range for the skirmishers is huge. Another raid attempt over here from Andy. Doesn't find anything because of Inca Vills. And once again, we've got a late game slogfest here. Another game where players have to be really careful about how much gold they're spending, how much gold they're wasting. Hoardings is amazing as well. Do Georgians get hoardings? I don't think they do, right? They do. Wow. So hoardings would be big for Andy too. He can afford it too. One castle for Andy. Yeah, needs to keep that alive. Can't push without trebs, right? Remember, there was a lot of stone on this map. Like, Villese is still on the stone at the front here. Andy's still got some stones somewhere back here. Not certain where it is. But you don't want to lose your last castle, that's for sure. And he buys more stone for a keep in front. Wow. He's going to be buying a lot of stone. A lot of stone. Especially when you have no gold left over. Buying stone in this situation is a decision, for sure. Another raid comes in on the Hussar. He finally finds something. Remember, all of these acacia trees, only 75 wood on each. So these wood lines are actually being depleted quite quickly. Like, if we're looking at this map, guys, I don't want to say it, but there's potential for a wood game. 162,000 wood left. It's a long way away, but there is potential. Andy pushes this back. Andy's at 200 pop. Villese is at 150. I think Andy wins this game. Think the Incas without gold are just really going to struggle, right? Really, really, really going to struggle. Trebs are going to go down. Maybe. Maybe he keeps them alive. He keeps them alive. Let's go. Surrounded those with halves. Had the villagers repairing with gold that he basically doesn't have. Keeps the Trebs alive and still at 180 pop. Still working away on this tower, and the tower falls. Hand cannons here for Andy have done good work. Wow. Those hand cannons have done really good work. Along with the skirms. These 14 skirms have 60 kills? Are you kidding me? What? Not having thumb ring probably hurt Villese quite a bit, even though he's just making skirms. He's getting it now, and he's back up to 184 pop. Doing a pretty good job repairing these trebs thus far, but needs to keep doing it. And he's just targeting those with his own trebs. And Andy's got a lot of Hussar now. A lot of farms now. 69 skirms in the queue. Extremely nice. And one of the trebs from Villese just went down. More halbs being produced over here, but like the towers are there, dude. The towers are absolutely going to kill anything you're producing from over here. I think Villese just has select all barracks. And he's making halbs at the back here, and it's just not working out, right? The towers are absolutely slaughtering everything. Maybe Villese should have gone for the wonder earlier. Maybe he should have just stuck with the Cameox. Andy definitely had a rough start to Imperial Age, but Andy knows the tech tree, man. And he continues to buy stone with gold that he does not have for more towers. Albs are raiding a little bit back here, but it's not enough. Villese has been pushed back to that forward castle. Andy was here once at the very beginning of Imp. And he's back again. Yeah, the towers are amazing for Andy. He continues to buy stone. Like, Villese still has stone of his own, too. Well, in the bank, anyway. He's really chopping through the wood lines over here. And he's also chopping over here. And we look at the damage done by Andy as well. Like, Andy's chopping to the corners too, man. They're going to meet. At some point, they're going to meet over here chopping wood. Oh. That always feels so bad. You just pack up the treb. You're ready to leave. And suddenly a rock comes out of nowhere and flattens your treb. Feels so bad for Villese. This army doesn't feel great for him either. Andy's saving so much with the mule cards. Yep. Yep. Really solid, right? Also, the fortified churches everywhere to boost the eco. So, great job from Andy in terms of the macro this game. Score is now switched in his favor. I think Villese knows what's... I think he knows what's going on. Probably take one more big fight after this castle is dead, and then reconsider his options. Man, this just hasn't been it. This raid back here, right? Towers have 32 kills. It's a lot of wasted res back there. Villese is back up to 200 pop. He does have the better skirmishers, no minimum range. But if he couldn't push the towers before, how on earth is he going to push them now? The iron boar is safe. Yes, the iron boar is over here. Feels like how Skirm always loses to Skirm Hussar. Yeah, if you're not in a choke point, 100%. Even if you are in a choke point, sometimes, most of the time, you're going to lose. This is not good. Even with Incavilles, it's going to be tough to survive this one. The Halbs are coming over. They're a little bit slow, though. Villagers are going to go down here. Villese just decides to fight with the villagers. He stands his ground. And he's going to fertilize the ground with the bodies of all these vills. That's a lot. Even Inca villagers can't stand up to the power of the Hussar. As these Hussar, not even slowly healing. Like, they're just healing, bro. They're healing so quick as they run away. And it's just a bazillion skirms against a bazillion skirms over on this side. Woodline's getting closer. Having 75 wood on each tree, it's just surprising how it adds up. 25% less wood, right? Like, you can see the evidence here. Look at all the lumber camps. How much wood is left? 130k. Villese now down to 104 villagers. Still being pushed on this side. He lost another castle. He's about to lose a treb right here. He actually saves it with the villagers. The Hussar come in, and they do get the trebuchet. One treb left only for Villese. Does it go down? Treb shots are hitting for Andy. Those ones missed. That one missed. Still nothing going on over here. Villese just trying to hold the line. Andy just trying to go after this one treb. That's a really important part of Villese's army. That is Villese's army right now. What does Villese see as a win condition? Well, the same thing Andy saw last game. Your opponent makes a mistake. Maybe they run out of wood. Who knows? Treb dies. That should be game. GG called. by Villese. We're going to a game 5. Let's go, dude. Already almost 3 hours on this set for a best of 5. Holy, thank you for being here. This has been nice, man. This has been nice. I think we deserve a game 5 on this one. I thought Villese was going to win with that push, but I don't know. The towers were just too good. The towers were just too strong. Let's see how many kills Andy has. 111 kills on those towers. Also, like, Villese never built up a big, massive Eagles and sent them into raid, right? Like, he was trying to push the hand cannons and the skirms. He was very distracted or something. I feel like if he had just gotten in with the Eagles and killed a ton of villagers, he could have got the job done. I don't know. Maybe Rams is the solution. Maybe Siege Ram with Halbs inside for Villese could have been the play. Can you get mirror civs on Hyper? No, they don't go full random. They just go random. So you can't get mirror. Two. Okay, they're already in. Ooh, game 5, dude. Oh, these civs are good. Guys, these civs are good. This is an interesting game 5. We have Spanish for Andy against Portuguese for Villese. It all depends on the map now, baby. It all depends on the map. This is going to be a good one. At least you can't complain about not getting a good civ for game 5, right? Man, I wonder if Andy's just always going to have good sets in HyperRandom. Remember the last one we cast, him in Classic Pro? That one was a banger as well. Iberian Peninsula Showdown. Yeah, which one's better? It really depends on the map, man. There's some maps here where I would really favor Portuguese. I think I would favor Portuguese overall a little bit.
That fire tower should be in RM. What do you say?
But there's other maps where Conquistadors will just run the show completely. Players can call a re. Yeah, both of these players have their re remaining. Roy, thank you for the 41, dude. So you can call a re anytime before 4 minutes for any reason. But only 1 per set. Nomad start. Nomad start. Uh-oh, they're going to the same spot. I'm smelling a re. Villese is over here. Andy is over here. Villese has found some berries, though, which is very nice with Portuguese. Unfortunately, there's only 77 on each one of those. And he also sees the TC from Andy. Andy does not have much food around him at all. Isn't Andy a bit of a Nomad expert? Not really, no. I would say Villese has played more Nomad than Andy. Let's take a look at the other res. 281 on the boar, 165 on these, 203 on the horses. Could be nice. Pigs only have 31 on them. I think Andy might call a re on this. It's up until 4 minutes. You really don't want to waste Spanish. But at the same time, if you can't find food, it's going to be problematic, right? And he can see that the boar is being brought back by Villese. I think this is, yeah, he doesn't even wait for the 4 minutes. That was just not an ideal start. I think that's a good play from Andy. If you're wondering about the rees, you kind of have to have it in a civ with random civ, or a tournament with random civ, and where every map is generated randomly, guys. So each player gets one. You get a chance, you know, for a do-over, and it won't be the same civs next time. It'll be different ones. And Andy's actually rolled himself a beautiful civ matchup. He has Mongols this time. Villese has Italians, and Villese still has his re remaining. So we might see the next re come out here for Villese. Mongols is insane, right? Mongols is absolutely insane for HyperRandom. 458 food on this javelina. With the Mongols, that's going to be incredible. Looks like they both start with a bunch of outposts, and there is a weird-looking lake over here. Oh my god, boars! Where are these for Andy? They're in the corner. Only 190 on each of them, but still, quite a bit. Quite a bit. Looks like these fruit bushes have 180, so it's a decent amount of food there available. There's actually not a ton of hunt on this map for Andy to make use of. Villese might be feeling like, you know, lack of hunt. And once he sees the water, if he does see the water before 4 minutes, he might be feeling like this is actually a pretty good matchup for him. Is 7 damage high on boars? It's standard. How much is on the stone mine? Quite a bit. 3,500 on that stone mine. 7,200 on this gold mine. 1,800 there. And we have 6,999 gold available for Andy within this little base. With all these outposts here, going for early pressure once again. Bit of a question mark, right? Your opponent's going to see you coming from a mile away. Maybe you can, though. Maybe you can get away with it. He doesn't see the water. Neither player sees the water. Villese is coming out that way. Andy's coming out that way. We are approaching the 4-minute mark. Villese is really close to seeing the water. He's really close to seeing the water. He can see the king. He sees the water here. We're getting near the 4-minute mark. He sees that there's some shorefish, and it's actually a decent amount. 332 is a lot. And there's a lot of shorefish. So this is definitely dockable. And now both of them see the deep fish. Definitely dockable. Villese will send a villager out right away. It looks like he's actually sending 2, maybe? No, just 1. And no re is called. So they will play this one out. Andy sends the villager. You can get the hill bonus on water. So you notice that there's a ton of hills here. If you're on top, you get 25% more damage. You take 25% less damage. Similar to just a standard hill. Another super long game before it. Yeah. Last game wasn't as long as the previous one, but it was still pretty good. Like, this is a 3-hour best of 5. And we haven't had delays between games either. We had 1 re, and then they were right back in the game. Villese is gearing up to kill this villager. He's going to try and block it with the king. Or, sorry, Andy. Going to try and block it with the king and attack it with the Vill. Loom coming in. Already in for Andy. It's coming in for Villese now. And Villese's king is a little bit lost here. What, what are we doing? What? He's like, fuck that. He doesn't care, man. He just came to watch, yeah. I don't think you lose the game if you lose this this king. This Jaya Nagara. I don't think you lose if you lose him. Say it 5 times fast. That is something I will not do. Thank you. I don't feel like being canceled for all of eternity today. Sorry. I think I'll pass on that. Andy is thinking about the water contest, I think. Lots on wood here. He's only got 5 on food, which is all of the food over here. Villese, still not up to the next stage. So Andy with the Mongols, going to be up to feudal age faster. He also killed the villager earlier, right? But Andy doesn't have the mill. So Andy is putting everything into water. Just wood gold. That's it. Villese's got a slightly more balanced eco. What is your comment on Kanye West? I mean, he's literally... There's something wrong there, dude. That's my comment. Something's wrong. And it's been wrong for a while. That's my comment. I'll be making a press release later about the issue. Dave, what are your thoughts on the corners of the map? That's an okay corner. I mean, the wildlife's getting along. We got a smoke monkey, goose, and a tiger, and some boars. This corner kind of sucks, though. That corner kind of sucks as well, and that corner really sucks. So this corner is definitely the best corner, for sure. What does that monkey smoke? What doesn't that monkey smoke? Am I right? Big walls coming up from Andy. Big walls coming up from Andy. And Andy is going to try and use the fish, I think, to go up to Castle Age at a reasonable time. Like, he'll go for the water contest here. Push Villese back a little bit. Villese still hasn't even made a ship. And then try and get up to Castle Age. Maybe play Step Lancers or Mangadai or something like... I mean, you could play Mangadai if you have this stone secured. Andy will trap the king. Like I said, I don't think losing this king loses you the game. He's going to trap it. And that guy is absolutely trapped. And I think it's like worth a try if you're Andy. Right? You're not certain that losing the king doesn't lose you the game. Like, it's worth a try to try and kill that. He's also scouted the range here from Villese. But Villese went for the range. He'll go for like 1 archer. And then he goes for the market back here. So Villese is trying to get up to Castle Age as well. And he actually added in an extra fishing ship. Trying to take advantage of this extra food eco. He is ahead on total res collected, but Villese is going to get to Castle Age first because Andy still hasn't even gotten a mill. He still hasn't even gone to the berries at all. He doesn't have any farms. It's just the fish. Yeah, guys, I'm fairly certain. He goes for an archer now, but I'm fairly certain losing this king doesn't lose you the game. I will flip out if it does, though. That's an insane overlook there from Villese. He's like, please let me out. Please just, hello? That was a great scene. Hello? Bro. What's up? We're about to find out. We're about to find out. 19 HP, 16, 13, 12, 8, 5, 2. And nothing happens. Castle Age is on the way here for Villese. I'm sure Andy was like, "Aw, damn." Andy wanted that to happen, but I'm sure they both suspected it wasn't going to do anything. Fishing economy for Andy is really solid. Really, really solid. It'll run out, or the deep fish will run out fairly soon, but there's a lot of shorefish. Like, I'm going to double click the shorefish and check. There is 7,000 food in shorefish. Oh my God. You'll never need to make a fishing trap. You'll never need to make a fish trap. I'm sure he will, but you won't. You won't need to. That is insane, man. It's a really good pond. It's a better pond than you might suspect, just because you don't see the deep fish. Like, that's so good. He doesn't have to invest in any wood into fishing traps. Just get that constant food supply from the shorefish. Beautiful. Shorefish is slower? Yeah, shorefish is slightly faster than a fish trap, I believe. Until gillnet. I mean, slightly faster collection. Obviously, fish trap is better because it's closer to the dock on average, unless you're Chris or something. But it's still like, it's still free food. It's 0.23 per minute or something like that. Or per second, sorry. 0.23 per second. 0.23 per minute would be awful. That'd be horrendous. Like, why am I even here? It's like a turkey leg and a Gajara mill. Castle Age is in from Andy. Stable Siege Workshop. Villese is pushing. Need to keep the mangonels coming out, right? We need the pressure here. Skirmisher is on the way for Andy. Villese could also think about maybe, like, I think bringing a monk over here is the best, and then you convert a fire. Like, redocking here, maybe not the smartest, but if you convert a fire, it could be huge. Another mangonel and bodkin arrow on the way. Skirmish is going to be tough. It's mangonel crossbow. Especially without really any villagers near the TC to garrison and protect. And he does have the siege workshop back here, and he does have a stable for knights. And there aren't any monks yet from Villese, but the crossbow should cover the mangonels against the knights. As long as Villese has decent micro with his mangonels, and he might have some problems. Misses the first shot almost completely. Misses the second one. Does get a little bit of chip damage, though, and Villese doesn't get greedy with that mangonel. He needs to be careful because there's only a one-tile area he can run through. So before he pushes in here again, might want to kill some walls. Or you consider that. And he's still just taking the shorefish. And why not? Resources collected. And he's like 1,700 ahead. It's a really solid amount. Great attack round there from Andy. Thought it would have at least killed a crossbow, but it did a decent amount of damage. Meanwhile, over here, the knight gets pushed away from the monk of Villese, and it's more villagers coming forward. He hasn't added the second TC yet. But, like, Andy's eco isn't phenomenal either. He's got the fish for sure, but these are his first couple farms that he's placed. So trying to keep up knight, skirm, villager production is going to be tough for him. Oni Andy-chan, yeah. Oni-chan Andy. Still on the shorefish. So much food available over there on that pond. Andy does have a stone back here. He's on stone. He's getting a university. Definitely a Mangadai angle for him. And Villese, still no second TC, just now placing it. 2,000 res collected ahead for Andy. Remember, he was behind 2-1 this series. Won that last game from a position he probably shouldn't have won from, to be fair. Some more fishing ships could be good. I think 9 is fine. I think if you're just taking shorefish, 9 is okay, right? You kind of need the wood for other things. There's still 6,000 food available there. And Andy pushes out with 3 mangonels. He's suddenly got 3 mangonels and lots of skirmishers. Still no +2 armor, and he needs to be careful here. Villese is going to see him. Mangonels are pushing up the hill. Villese goes for the shot. Andy actually gets one. Villese needs to be very careful. He does end up getting one, but he's on the run with this relic, and I don't think he's going to get away with that. And he doesn't have any more mangonels over here. The crossbows are completely alone on this side. He's forced to go for more mangonels from the back here. He does have the monks to protect against the knights, but these crossbows, once again, completely stuck on this side, and ballistics is in for Andy. Andy's just got all the techs he needs. Clears this army. Crossbow's trying to do something over here. But, like, the eco is just there for Andy with the fish. Giving up that pawn hurt Villese so much. Forward castle from Andy. Double mangonel for Villese. Hang on a second. Double mangonel, bro. Only 100 HP on that foundation. It goes down. It goes down. Andy loses the stone from that foundation. Oh, man. That mangonel came out at the wrong time. That mangonel came out at absolutely the wrong moment for Andy. From the north, while also having one from the south. He's still in a good position, but no longer able to place the castle. Damn, dude. And even with that, Villese is struggling. Yeah, that was a huge hold there from Villese. He's also on stone, and he's probably going to get his castle up before Andy's. Crossbow's still over here. Still taking out some fishing ships, so that's a little bit of eco damage there from Villese. Took out 4 of the fishing ships. And now he comes out here with a mangonel of his own. Very difficult position to try and push these mangonels on the hill. He's going to have to hope that Andy's not looking. And he's not. Attack round in the center, maybe? Doesn't get it. Goes for that one. Gets it. Hang on. Hang on a second. Nightmass is actually decent here for Andy once this TC goes down. If the TC goes down. Mangonel coming out. Villese is going to take out this Mangonel. He does. TC and the monk push Andy away, and this TC is being repaired, and Villese is going to hold this position. Oh, man. 60 villagers for him. 66 for Andy. Dodges around the Mangonel shot, but it's a big one! Oh my god! Oh my god! Say goodbye to your skirms, Andy! Throwing away everything! The castle, the skirmishers, everything, bro! That Mangonel absolutely just crushed that skirmisher army, and Villese is not giving up. He's going to lose this one against the villagers, but the forward pressure is gone from Andy. Both players near to getting a castle. Just about where the castle is going. Maybe for Villese, the castle would be perfect here. The castle is going over here for Andy. The Mangonel is no longer there. No Mangonel coming out for Villese. He can see this castle foundation. He doesn't have the gold for a Mangonel. He needs to make one probably. He's sending more villagers out for this. Andy sees the crossbows. And he's going to build on the other side. Villese coming forward with his own crossbows. Still is not cute to Mangonel. He's got the monk coming out. Could be very annoying here. He kills the low HP villager. Doesn't have ballistics, right? So probably in the long term, he's not going to deny this castle, but still. It's extremely annoying. It's extremely annoying for Andy. And Italians get cheaper Imperial Age, and Villese is going to be the first player to click up to him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Andy has done his absolute best to throw this game, baby. What on earth? First there was the castle, then there was the skirms that got completely flattened, and suddenly we have ourselves a game. If Villese can get another castle like right here, I think he's got a real shot. I don't think he can get one up here. And this one protects your eco completely. Maybe like here. Could be good. PC is still alive. Remember, this took a lot of damage earlier. Still fishing back here with a few ships. Goes for the fish traps further away from the dock. There's a reason for that. They can't be easily sniped, right? But if you're going to make them there, just keep taking the shore fish anyway. Redemption is in for Villese. Redemption is in. And that's redemption just to clear these mangonels, because the Mongols aren't going to be making... I mean, maybe it helps later. Maybe if he goes drill onager. I don't think that's the case against Italians, but it's not like the Mongols are going to be making bombard cannons, right? Does Villese know about the back gold? He does. He also knows about the 3 rams pushing him. And the Mangonite cleared up the mangonels from before. There's a castle on the other side here. It's not like Villese can just ungarrison and attack these rams with villagers. He needs to give that castle up. That's a great push from Andy in the Castle Age against a soon-to-be Imperial Age opponent with just ramps. A really, really nice pushback from Andy there. And suddenly Villese is no castle at all. I think he spent quite a bit of stone repairing that, or maybe he sold 300 stone. I think he sold 300 stone before he realized that castle was being pushed. That is just horrible timing for him. Redemption probably wasn't necessary, right? Maybe that's what he sold it for. The game is now paused. Okay, what does Andy see? Andy can see this gold. He doesn't know about this gold back here. But he can see this one, which he's going to right now. More archer ranges on the way from Villese. He's 20 villagers behind Andy. And the rams are still pushing. And Andy goes for another castle up here. 8 rams from Andy. 8 rams from Andy. My man is not messing around at all. The mangonel might be converted, and it is. It takes out a monk, but it goes down immediately. And how on earth is Villese going to deal with these rams? He doesn't have mangonels of his own. He's only got range units. And the Mangonite are behind to snipe the villagers. More villagers going down over here. He calls the GG. What a pushback there from Andy. Villese defending really well there. Andy managing to come back in the set. Taking it 3-2. And that was a phenomenal set. Shout out to Masters of HyperRandom too for providing some excellent games. Great play from Andy to stay in Castle Age a little bit longer, take out the castle, and just like fully recognize that Villese has no defense against rams. If you have the Mangonite there, they can snipe the mangonels from Villese, and you have the castle to protect against the villagers taking them out. The Mangonite later to protect against the villagers rushing them. Like, there's no defense against these rams. Perfect. If you want to find out more, or if you want to watch more on Masters of HyperRandom, I'll be trying to stream most of the main bracket games, the big games, over the next few weeks. There's also an MOH2 command, and if you really enjoy it, feel like contributing, there's a link to the prize pool at the end of that command. Between you and my girlfriend, you've both got me hooked back into Pokemon. That was our plan, dude. That was our plan. Man. Worked out for Andy there, eh? Even without taking advantage of the Mongols. Like, he got up a little bit faster, but there wasn't that much hunt. There was only 500 food on the boar, and that was the only boar there. But it felt like Villese just... He found the water just a little fraction of a second too late. Lost the villager here. Didn't have enough food to click up fast enough to contest the water. And then he's stuck into trying to go to Castle Age fast. And Andy was already fully walled at that point.
That's
Dangle,
a lot of months.
thank you for the 49, bro.